Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Gonzo Merino. What do I have right here? I have an Alto TS-308. It's an 8-inch powered PA speaker, okay? It's the smallest thing I could find out there. If you know what a hotspot monitor is, this is exactly what it does. Now, it's a PA speaker, but it has multiple uses. So let's check it out. Okay, so I made a video on this Alto a little while back ago, okay? The only problem with that video that I made, it wasn't, how do you say it? I wasn't detailing my, my way of using it as much as I wanted to, and I wanted some people to understand what I use it for. Yes, it's a PA speaker, obviously, but I use it because in my band, I control the sound and I play the drums at the same time. So as you can imagine the mess that is, especially when you're wearing in your monitors. If you're a drummer in your band and you're running your own sound, or you're running sound for the band, you know what that's like, right? That's like chaos sometimes. Hey, turn this up, hey, turn this down, everybody's going crazy. So, you know, we've hired sound guys many times, and because of the budget, because of the COVID, you know, all the pay went really low, went down. So in order for bands to sustain or survive, you know, we were cutting down on expenses. So one of the expenses was the sound guy. So how do you perform, or how do you mix sound as a drummer with in-ear monitors and you're not hearing the outside? It's just by pure luck, right? That's what it seems like sometimes. So anyways, so I wanted to hear what it sounds like on the mains, but kind of around me, because like in this band, the way we've been doing it, it's like many bands do this, we don't have any stage sound at all. The only thing loud is the vocals, right? We don't use any guitar amps, we don't use any bass amps, we don't use acoustic drums, we use electric drums. That's what I play on. And then we all have in-ears, right? And no stage monitors. So I needed something powerful, I needed something affordable, and I needed something right then and there. This is what I was looking into. The whole gear that I have are full PA. It's EV, ETX, right? And if you know EV, they sound amazing. They're really good at what they do. But they're expensive too, right? So at the time, the smallest EV I could find was a 10-inch. And the price was just brutal. I wasn't gonna spend that much money on a 10-inch, right? The next thing I looked into was Behringer. I think the smallest I found, I think they did have it was like a little Behringer, what do you call it? It's like a hotspot monitor, but that's what it was. It was 8 inches, I think. And the next best thing out there was 12 inches. I don't think they had 10. And I was looking for some sort of power. I mean, I'm not looking to power the whole, like, you know, the whole crowd, like for everybody to hear this. This is just for me to hear through. And when it's loud and there's music going on, I needed something that I could hear, that I could cut through, right? Something mid-range that could deliver what I was looking for. So, after looking at so many little PA speakers, I found Alto, right? And I saw some videos on YouTube, but they were not like explaining what I really needed to hear. It was like some guy that does DJ. He's right. I mean, if you have a house party or something like that, yes, I would definitely use these. And even like a small bar or something, right? These are pretty loud. I mean, as tops, right? But I didn't find anything for what I needed to. I needed it to be loud and to cut through. So as a monitor, right? So I couldn't find anything like that online. So what I did is I ordered one on eBay. It was like, at the time, it was like 280 bucks, right? And boy, I mean, it cuts through, it's loud. Now I'm gonna tell you something though. This doesn't have an EQ, okay? That's the only problem. It has a contour button. So what the contour does is it boosts up the highs and the lows, and it cuts off some of the mids. So that's completely different than what I needed, right? That's like nothing that I need. I mean, that's like at low volumes. Yeah, you're not gonna blow up the little 8-inch speaker with all the bass, right? So what I had to do was I needed it to push certain frequencies only, mainly mids and high end, right? And so what I did was I bought a Behringer, it's a EQ, right? It's a Behringer EQ, it's a 2-channel EQ. So I got one for the sub because I'll make a video on this sub. It's very punchy, so I needed to take down some of the low end, right? And then I used that on one channel, and then the other channel, I used it for this one. I took all the low end out. I actually raised some of the mids, and I left a little bit of the highs. And yes, it's loud. It says 2,000 watts, but I really don't think it's 2,000 watts. I would say RMS, we're looking anywhere from 200 watts to 400 watts. I'm guessing. I'm not a pro at this, okay? But based on what I can hear in the way I'm pumping it, it's somewhere in there, somewhere on 300 watts. It's not 2,000 watts for sure. But I think they add the little sub with the horn, or they add the wattage together and then they come out with their number. I have no idea. But what I can tell you is it is powerful. I use it as a hotspot monitor. I do not use it as a PA speaker. And I have to take some of the low end out, and I push a lot of mid-range through. So this is the Alto TS-308 8-inch PA powered speaker. Okay, I hope you like my review. I'm going to do another video on the, let me tell you the name, by the way. It's the Alto TS-315S. It's a powered sub. Yes, it is 2,000 watts too, like the other one. I don't think it's 2,000 watts, probably 400 watts. But I'm fixing to do another video on it. Stay tuned, check it out, subscribe to my channel. Send me some info, whatever you want to do, anything that you need me to review. If I have it here, I'll review it, okay? I'll talk to y'all later. See you then.